Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney. We're here still on the first day of court, and we're making some pretty great progress here. We've determined that it is very likely the actual murder weapon is not what we were initially led to believe. It's not the Shichishito. And that means that whoever the real murderer was, they had the intention of setting up a specific scene to frame Iris, whether that's to their design and the original plan, or if it was a happy accident, that remains to be seen. But more importantly, Franziska's back! Franziska von Karma is back, and she is the prosecutor for this case. At least on the first day. I'm not sure if tomorrow, when we're playing as Phoenix again, if Godot will return. Either way, I am just beyond ecstatic that she's back. She became a prosecutor at age 13, man. Imagine sitting in court and just being yelled at by this 13-year-old girl. I'm sure she was just as terrifying back then as she is now. Right, so now we have Bikini's testimony where she's saying that, hey, I think I actually had an idea of what the real murder weapon is, so let's see here. I saw the murder at around 11 p.m. And after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate. And there, I saw tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used. It takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out. Aha! But why would the murderer come back? Iris could have done that. She can drive a snowmobile after all. Witness, please, tell us everything you know right away next time. Well, I'm not in the best of shape, or with my back and my age, you know, but you are at your best in winter. Quite. There were indeed snowmobile tracks in front of the main gate. Here is a photograph. Okay. A snowmobile, eh? I see. Well, it certainly is an interesting theory. The tracks begin in front of Hazakura Temple and run all the way to Dusky Bridge. That solves your pesky little problem, yes? Let's take a closer look at that. The snowmobile overwrote the footprints. Furthermore, it only shows the snowmobile arriving there. Where was the snowmobile originally? Like, we saw the snowmobile parked in front of the temple with snow piled on it when we were first at the temple as Phoenix, when the case was just beginning. How did the snowmobile leave in the first place? This shows it arriving. What? Did the snow cover off its initial departure? Also, there's only one set of footprints going into the temple. Interesting. Yeah, hold on. Hold on just a little minute. Bikini, Maya, and apparently Iris all left to the inner temple, and yet there's just one set of footprints. I see. The Eagle River's current is quite swift, meaning that it doesn't freeze over in winter, making it the perfect place to dispose of the murder weapon. Did she really go to the river to dispose of the murder weapon? Mr. Edgeworth, your cross-examination, please. Location of the weapon. I saw the murder at around 11 p.m. And after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate. And there I saw tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used. Let's press everything.
Hold it!
You are sure about the time? Yes, I was worried about it after all. Why was that? Because I have a strong sense of responsibility, especially at this time of year. The acolyte was being doused in freezing water at the time. I couldn't very well take it easy in the bath all night now, could I? So at 11, I decided to leave Hazakura Temple. Your estimation of the time seems reliable, at least. Please continue, sister. And after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate.
Hold it!
You asked Phoenix Wright to report the crime, correct? Right, the one who trampled me. It seems she is the type to hold a grudge. There isn't a phone in the main hall, so I sent him to the bridge. Phoenix Wright. He didn't even have a cell phone on him. He had forgotten it at home, apparently. What a naive boy, as always. Not only do I always carry my phone, but I always have my whip in hand, too. Anyway, I was really scared. It was taking him a while to get back. So I thought I'd go out by the main gate for a spell. And there, I saw tracks. Tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used.
Hold it!
As I recall, there was a snowmobile outside the main gate when I visited. That's it. That's the only one we have. It'll run no matter how much snow falls. Now, you're certain the snowmobile was there at the main gate when you arrived? Yes, of course. It was parked in front of the gate. So, she had already gone, discarded the murder weapon, and returned by that time. I'm not sure if this is really relevant. What should I do? I think it's very relevant. So, Bikini arrives, takes a bath, the murder happens. Bikini finishes her bath. The murder happens, the murderer goes and disposes of the weapon, and then comes back. Bikini finishes her bath, walks out, sees the scene, and faints. Why would the would-be murderer take 2 trips? That's extremely inefficient. Why would they return to the scene of the crime? This is interesting. Press further. I need answers to every possible doubt. The snowmobile in question, was it still warm at that time? Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean, eh? What do you mean, Miles Edgeworth? I'm playing to a slow crowd here. It goes without saying that using a snowmobile will heat its engine. If it was still warm, then it means it was recently used. Ah, I see. I never thought of that. That's right. I overlooked that too. Of course you did. Then answer the question, please, witness. I don't often go around touching hot engines. However, now that you mention it, there wasn't any snow on it. Snow? Yes, for some reason, only the snowmobile wasn't covered in snow. There wasn't any snow on it. Curses. It Seems highly likely that the killer did use the snowmobile then, eh? How long does it take to get to Dusky Bridge by snowmobile? 5 minutes? It takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those.
Hold it!
In that case, why didn't you use it yourself? Could have spared yourself some walking. Ah, there's a reason for that. Have we got a moment for me to explain? I think that's why the question was asked in the first place. It was about a month ago. I was driving my beloved little snowmobile, happy as can be. I'd fetched some water and was heading back when I went and crashed into a tree. The tree and my back both went crunch, just like that. Crunch. Crunch. I haven't been able to find the courage to ride anything since then. Anyway, the killer must have used it. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out? Why would they do that, though?
Hold it!
Refresh our memory. How long were you knocked out for? Like I said, somewhere between 10 to 20 minutes. It's possible to get back to the bridge and back in 10 minutes using the snowmobile. I have to concede that is more than enough time. Is that all you wish to concede, Miles Edgeworth? Iris could have done that. She can drive a snowmobile after all.
Hold it!
While it would have been possible time-wise, one element remains out of place here. Oh, and what would this mystery element be? The killer's reasoning, Your Honor. Why did the killer do all of this? Why go to the Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon when there are other methods? Too many unanswered questions. Your response, Miss Von Karma? Wah! Turn to me for help over the slightest thing? Why don't you think for yourself once in a while? Your Honor. What? She's as over the top as always. Anyway, whatever the reason, the fact remains the defendant could have done this. The murder weapon was disposed of in the river. Another point to me, Miles Edgeworth. Another mystery to feed the fire. Was there any reason to go and throw away the murder weapon? Luckily, there is surely a problem with this testimony. All I'll have to do is start poking holes in this flawed account. Okay, let's see. I saw the murder at around 11 p.m. Yeah, no contesting that. After asking to be reported, I went out to the main gate. Yeah, she asked Phoenix, who dashed off into the snow, to go to the phone near the bridge. Went out to the main gate for that. Bikini went out to the main gate, to look around. There, Bikini saw the tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used. Definitely. So were these footprints Phoenix's? I guess they'd have to be, right? Hold on, when did the snow stop? Hold on. The snow ended at 10:50. So all tracks made after that point would have vanished. All tracks made before 10:50 would have vanished. So yes, all the tracks that should be there are Phoenix's and the snowmobile arriving. Oh my god, wait, hold up. If those footprints are Phoenix dashing out to go find the phone, and later finding the burning bridge, those snowmobile tracks are covering his footprints. They were made after Phoenix left, after the murder was seen and reported. Oh, I think I got it. Oh, this is a small detail, but I think I got this here. Okay, what do I present this on? It takes 15 minutes to walk the Dusky Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out. This is it. And came back while I was knocked out. This photo shows otherwise.
Objection!
Yes! I admit this photograph proves something. It proves that the snowmobile was used on the night of the murder. You finally accepted the inevitable, it seems, Miles Edgeworth. However, if what the witness says is true, then why is there only one set of tracks? What do you mean? Oh, Iris left Hazakura Temple, threw the weapon into the river, and then returned. If this was the case, then naturally there should be two sets of tracks in the snow. Oh. Well, I mean, that's also true, but that is entirely not what I was getting at. I mean, I did talk about how odd it is that there's only one snowmobile track. Those from heading out to the bridge and those from coming back. Oh, you're right. You are forgetting one thing, Miles Edgeworth. On the night of the murder, it was snowing. The tracks leading to the bridge were erased by the snowfall. Okay, here's where I point out that those snowmobile tracks were made after Wright left. This removes your precious contradiction, now doesn't it? I see. While she was at the river, the snow stopped, leaving just the return tracks in the snow. What do you have to say now, Miles Edgeworth? Is there a flaw in her theory? This idea that the snowfall covered one set of tracks? Maybe 5 minutes isn't enough time to completely cover it? 5 minutes worth of snowfall. This idea that the snowfall covered one set of tracks. I really think there is a contradiction. The tracks to the river were covered by snow. What a nice theory. However, Miss Von Karma, that is impossible. Would you care to explain why there is a rude index finger currently pointed in my general direction? No need. The evidence will do all of the talking for me. On the night of the murder, the killer went to and returned from Dusky Bridge in order to dispose of the murder weapon. The outgoing tracks were erased by snow, or so claims Miss Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth, present your evidence to the contrary, eh? Evidence that the outgoing tracks were not covered by snow. Yeah. 7 to approximately 10:50. For the second pair of tracks, the second tracks showing the return to even be visible, the driver would have had to drive back somewhere between 10:50 and 11. Meaning that they must have left at 10:45. Which is also the precise time the fire on the bridge started. Hello? So, yeah. They left the temple at 10:40 to drove 5 minutes to the bridge to, quote-unquote, dispose of the weapon, and the bridge was set on fire at that moment. And then they drove back, arriving at 10:50 sharp, where the first tracks could be visible. So I don't think 10 minutes is enough for the snow to fill it. It's just not. So I want to say we use the weather data. I really do. What else could it be? Do we show the courtyard maybe to show the snowfall? Actually. Yeah, there's no snow piled on Elise's body. There's no snow on her body, too. So the snow completely stopped by the time Elise was dead. I think we do this. The snow completely stopped by the time Elise was dead. I think that's it. Right? Yeah. So the murderer killed her, killed Elise, took the snowmobile to drive out, disposed of the weapon, and came back after the snow stopped falling.
Take that!
What? Uh-oh. Ultimately, it all comes down to one point. That being, whether or not it was snowing in that courtyard when the victim was stabbed. That's right, but proving that is incredibly easy. If you want to know whether it was snowing or not, this photo will tell us everything. Of course, I am referring to this photo of the crime scene. As you can see, everything is covered with snow. With just one exception. And that is the victim herself, Miss Elise Doonan. Why is there no snow on top of her? The answer is simple. It had stopped snowing when she was killed, that's why. In other words, if the killer really did go to the Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon, then in this photograph there should be 2 sets of tracks. Order. Just what are Just what are you suggesting, Miles Edgeworth? To be honest, I am not entirely sure myself, but this is simply what all of the facts point to. That night, someone used the snowmobile to leave Hazakura Temple. From the tracks left, it can be understood that they were heading for Dusky Bridge. At that time, it was still snowing. Of course it was, because those tracks were erased by the snow. Then, when this person returned to Hazakura Temple, the snow had stopped. Thus, the return tracks remained. Can I say something? This all sounds a bit fishy to me. What does, sister? There is only one key for the snowmobile. Furthermore, on the night in question, we know that the defendant had it. The key was found in a room after the murder. Which can only mean, that night, Iris used the snowmobile to go to the inner temple. But Iris said that she never went there. I should probably press on this point some more when I get the chance. The snowmobile can't cross the suspension bridge. So she must have left it on the Hazakura side of the bridge and crossed on foot. That sounds right. But What's odd is, when I left Iris and returned to Hazakura Temple, I didn't see anything near Dusky Bridge. Uh-oh. You must have just failed to see it, sister. Maybe, but when I made it back to Hazakura Temple, it was there by the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean. I know what I saw. It was covered in snow, too. But that isn't possible. Order! Order! Order in the court. What does this all mean? So then what was the snowmobile used for? It wasn't taken by the defendant when she went to the inner temple. If it had been, then the witness couldn't possibly have seen it by the gate. Furthermore, it wasn't used by the killer to dispose of the murder weapon. If that was the case, there should be 2 sets of tracks in this photo. All we know is this. After it stopped snowing, someone used the snowmobile to return to Hazakura Temple. Never thought a simple snowmobile could cause so much trouble. I think we've learned all we can from this witness. Yes, I've nothing more to add. I've told you everything that I know. But then, that still leaves us with the same problem. If only there was someone, a witness, who could testify to having seen the snowmobile. A witness, huh? Was there no one out, walking perhaps, near Dusky Bridge on that night? I don't think that's likely. It was cold enough to freeze your ears off. But not cold enough to freeze your butts off. Only an idiot would go out wandering. Okay, please, I'm begging you. Have Miles think or say, an idiot, that's it. Unless they had something really important to do. That's a shame. Hold on. Something is coming to me. An idiot may well have been gone wandering out on that subarctic night. Yes? Your Honor. Actually, there just might be one individual who may be of help to us. Really? You know of someone who might have seen the snowmobile on the night of the murder. I don't know for sure if he saw it or not, but there are 2 things about him that do come to mind. Which are? First, that he saw something incredible on the night of the murder. And the second being, this individual that I'm thinking of went wandering outside on that cold night. In other words, he is our kind of idiot. Mr. Edgeworth, who is this idiot you're talking about? I wish the judge was here. I would totally take the hit just to point at the judge. Larry Butts, age 25.
Take that!
This guy must be a product of Jean-Luc Deladuc's Guide to Obnoxious French Painting. Is Jean-Luc Deladuc's a real person? This is Larry Butts, a disciple of the victim, Elise Dunim. Her student? Interesting. And why was he wandering about outside on the night of the murder? That's... I could tell them all about his designs for Iris, but it may cost us his credibility as a witness before I even call him. He is, after all, an artist. He was, perhaps, searching for something in the snowy scenery that would move him. Although I cannot guarantee that this is the reason. And so, this unfortunate, unreliable-looking man, what exactly was it that he saw? I intend to extract that from him right here in this courtroom. Summon this youth as a witness immediately. I have no choice, do I? I believe he is in the gallery for this trial. It will not take long to summon him. Very well. Larry. You may have escaped me yesterday, but today I'm going to get everything out of you. The court will now adjourn for a 20-minute break. Miss Von Karma, please see to preparing the next witness. Understood, Your Honor. Good. Well then, court is now in recess. I call the monkey bars. To be continued. Right now, because this video ain't done with. February 9th, 11:15 a.m.
Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not really sure what to say.
Iris, we only have 20 minutes. There are two things which I need to ask you before we reconvene.
All right. I'll help you any way I can.
First, about that night. You really didn't go to the inner temple, correct? The last witness claims to have met and talked with you in the training hall. Either you or Sister Bikini is lying.
Mr. Edgeworth, it is just as I said yesterday. Until the incident occurred, I was in my own room in Hazakura Temple.
Very well. The second thing, then. That night, the temple snowmobile was used in between the time Sister Bikini returned to the main hall and when she bore witness to the murder. Sometime between 10:30 and 11 p.m. that night. Were you the one who used the snowmobile?
There is only one key for the snowmobile. The only person who could have used it was me.
So it was you? But why? What made you go out onto Dusky Bridge?
I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth.
Whoa. Iris.
I can't tell you about that yet.
Yet?
Not until her safety is confirmed.
Maya's. Right? That has to be Maya. Her?
The safety of that acolyte.
The acolyte, huh? She must be talking about Maya. Iris, look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you kill Elise Dunim? No matter who or what may come, I could never take a life. As I thought, no psycholocks. Very well. It is my job to get to the truth. You'll discover this for yourself soon enough. Court will now reconvene. Miss Von Karma, where is the witness?
During the break, a man was detained for suspicious behavior in the gallery.
Suspicious behavior?
He was sketching something very intensely.
Dare I ask what the witness was sketching when he was detained?
He drew a terrifying woman armed with a demonic face and a vicious whip.
I can only presume that his intention was
Anyway, it's time to drag this pathetic excuse for an artist before the court. Larice Dunim, I hope you're ready. Get in here.
It would seem that whip is going to see plenty more use today. Ouch!
Your sketch is in contempt of this court.
Hey! That was just artistically. Ouch!
You tried to run away from the bailiff who was trying to hand you your subpoena, correct?
Look, I'm nothing but a fledgling artist, training out in the mountains. I'm only down here there in the city because I ran out of green paint. Well, to use a technical term for the color, Viridian.
Larry, this isn't an art store now, is it?
I know, I graduated junior high, okay? Look, art is all about working in the fields, isn't it? Working in the fields?
I presume you wanted to say field work, I hope.
That's it. Thanks, buddy.
It's kind of sad that I was able to understand his mangled train wreck of a sentence.
I just happened to stop in here and found a wonderful new model. So see, I've got nothing to do with this trial, at all. I expect all of your faces to be red when you realize this mistake. Bright red. Or, to use a technical term, Crimson Lake. Ouch! 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 Ow! Ouch!
Stop your pathetic blabbing and testify like a man.
Refrain from whipping me, Miss Von Karma. Cross-whipping is as bad as cross-checking.
Are these hockey references? I swear to God.
Witness, that was all your fault. Testify, now. This is too much for me. It's enough. The butts can take it.
I was at that lodge out in the mountains, looking up at the stars that night. I walked to the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either. The girl I was waiting for didn't show up. My teacher died on me. I'm all alone now. Aren't I, Edgy?
Butts! Witness, please refrain from talking directly to the lawyers during your testimony.
I'm just a nobody. Nothing but a small, worthless man, aren't I?
Why wasn't I asked for my name and occupation or anything else? Mr. Edgeworth, this man seems to have quite a severe inferiority complex.
He's recently been the cause of numerous incidents. I think he's finally realized for himself just how much of a nuisance he has been to other people.
Yeah, that's right. I'm behind everything, every case. Watch out, okay? Just touching me will make you internally unhappy. Well then, let us proceed with the cross-examination. With no touching, thank you. We can delve into other details at a later time.
What I saw.
Okay.
Hold it!
Whatever is the matter, Mr. Edgeworth?
This one single statement is so full of contradictions. For a moment there, I thought I was going to collapse. So, witness, any idea as to where these contradictions in your testimony lie? Depending on your answer, I may stay my whip.
Okay, give me a minute.
Well, it was snowing that night, so I couldn't possibly have seen the stars. That rundown shack is hardly a lodge, is it? And even if the stars could be seen, it isn't like I was there to look at them, right? See? You can do it if you try.
Ouch!
There is only one issue here. What you saw at Dusky Bridge. I walked to the bridge a number of times, but...
Hold it!
A number of times? How many? Maybe 5 times? I went once every 20 minutes. Which means you spent almost 2 hours at Heavenly Hall that night. You bet! Real love is about waiting with your heart in your hands.
Love, you say?
It was this man's intention to summon the defendant to the small shack, using this blackmail letter.
Blackmail?
No, that was simply a product of utter You huffy-puffy, loosey-goosey excuse for a whimpering, whining wuss of a witness. God, I love on Karma.
So, what did you see? I hope for your sake you saw a snowmobile. You huffy-puffy, loosey-goosey excuse for a whimpering, whining wuss of a witness, eh?
I'm so glad I could say that again.
Well, see...
Being called those names doesn't seem to bother him at all. I didn't see a snowmobile.
Hold it!
Larry, you really didn't see it? Hey, no need to hit your desk. I can hear you. I didn't see it. I didn't see a snowmobile. Larry, say snowmobile for me, please. Snowmobile. If you truly have nothing to hide, then why are you stammering like you just flew over a cuckoo's nest? Man, cuckoo. That word always trips me up. What is a cuckoo? I don't even know. Like, there's a cuckoo clock. I assume the cuckoo is a bird that pops out, but what kind of bird is it? I've never heard of a cuckoo outside of that circumstance. What word am I thinking of? Context. I've never heard of a cuckoo outside of a cuckoo clock reference circumstance. Context. I forgot it again. What's wrong with me? Shut up. What is this? I don't know. Don't ask me. It seems that I'll need to start from a more obvious contradiction. I'm going to strike the blow that will finally get him to spill the beans. I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either.
Hold it!
You didn't meet anyone. That's right, because I've got nothing to do with this. And I'm just here to buy some Viridian paint, okay? Come on, I expect to see those Crimson Lake faces, now!
It would appear that simply pressing him isn't going to be enough, Mr. Edgeworth.
Indeed. It seems that he's going to claim to have nothing to do with this to the end. I don't want this guy to cost us any more time. To slice through his obvious contradictions and keep things moving along. Alright. I didn't see anyone at the bridge. So you never saw anyone cross? Hold on. Where's the evidence that shows that Bikini and Iris and Maya went across the bridge? There's no evidence for that specifically, actually. Okay, I feel really bad because everyone's saying his contradictions are incredibly obvious, but I'm actually kind of pausing here. I walked to the bridge a number of times. Can we even say that? Can we even say that correctly? Like, it has to be this one, right? I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either. Like, that can't be... Do we show profile? Do we just show Bikini's profile here, saying, no, duh, you saw this lady multiple times?
Why am I stuck on this? This should be easy, right? I'm actually stuck on this. God damn it, Larry. When was the photo of Elise taken? It can't be. Oh my god, I'm actually freaking stuck. I have no idea what to contradict here. I really just do not. I'm stuck. I'm goddamn stuck here. I don't know a single thing to do. Like, obviously there are 3 contradictions in this, but the pressing solved them all, so why bother doing a contradiction thing on this, presenting evidence on this. Like, I could show the weather report, but this doesn't get us anywhere. So, walked to the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. Do you show the tracks photo? Saying that the tracks led right to Dusky Bridge? Is that what we do? I think we do that. I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either. Okay, well, Edgeworth was saying that in order to get him to spill the truth about this, we need to press other things to get him to spill the beans. So I think we do this. I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either. So what do we present to show that there are multiple people crossing it all the time? I don't know what to do. I really just do not. Like, I don't have any ideas whatsoever. Nothing is plausible. Nothing jumps out at me. I feel like a dumbass. I really do. I am stuck. I don't know what to do. I don't have a single lead. I can't think of a single thing to present here on any of these 4 statements. I feel great shame, but I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna do it, sorry. I am such a dumbass. God damn it. I am so disappointed in myself, I really am. Oh my god. It's Phoenix, he saw Phoenix. God damn it. This is what I get for playing this case over the course of like 2 weeks so far, okay? Larry Butts, I can understand why you might want to throw your old life away. You're pretty pathetic, and you cause all sorts of trouble. I'm sorry, but having realized just how much of a nuisance you have been, that could be considered a step in the right direction. Gee, are you trying to console me? It certainly doesn't sound that way to me. However, I cannot forgive you for simply turning away from the incidents you create. Well, you're totally pinning this on me. Now then, let us talk about the night of the murder. Sister Bikini, after seeing the murder took place, asked Phoenix Wright to report it. Thus, he headed for the public phone by the bridge. There, he happened to cross a certain nefarious individual. You, Larry Butts. That's right, me in the flesh. Listen carefully, witness. It doesn't matter if you change your name. So long as you remain pretty pathetic, you will continue to cause these incidents. That reality will not change.
But what do you want me to do then? Larry, what you need to change is your inner self. But for now, what you saw that night, testifying truthfully about this one issue is all I need from you. Gee, I think I finally woken up. Well, guess I could still be sleeping. But anyway, I'll do it. I'll testify. Well, I'm not sure this will go especially well.
I'll ask again then, witness. What did you see on the night of the murder?
Hey everyone, sorry for the really awkward cut here, but I messed up again and I thought the trial here would be over a lot sooner than it ended up being. It's a very long trial session. So I ended up recording a 2-hour video accidentally, so I'm just gonna, real quick, just split it in half here. So consider this the ending of this video. Yeah, sorry. I try not to do these things, but I keep doing these things, and everyone suffers as a consequence. I'm sorry, so I thank you for watching. I'm Zephyr the Jester. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll catch you next time when we finish this trial. Until then, please take care.